Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. We're going to talk about the weather in just a few seconds here, Jared. But first, a reminder, you can find us live on your Facebook feed every morning about 8 o'clock. We go live. You can also find us later in the day on our WDAY Facebook page. Also, our Inform YouTube channel and your favorite podcast platform. Just go to inform.com/podcast, and you can also just search for the Inform Minute. All right, Jared, 4th of July is come and gone. It's sad to see the holiday go. We had a lot of hot weather over the last few weeks.
Yep.
That's kind of changing up today. We're a different feel outside.
Yeah. I mean, this weekend had just beautiful weather across the area.
Great.
I was off on the western side of North Dakota, but I know my family in northern Minnesota was at the cabin. I mean, it was like picture perfect lake weather. Not much wind, comfortable temperatures. So it was pretty solid out there. But now things have changed.
Yeah.
Many of you at home waking up probably noticed that if you've been outside. It's chilly out there. We had I saw 43 this morning in mine.
Wow,
so
that's cold.
That's a cold start to the day. We had a lot of 50s and some 40s scattered across the valley, eastern North Dakota. I think tomorrow morning will be another cool one, but this afternoon is going to be cool as well. So if you need a little break from the heat, today's your day. Expecting mainly 60s. Some of us may hit some lower 70s this afternoon, but overall much colder temperatures than what we've had recently. So comfortable, but just a little bit on the cool side.
Different. Some people might welcome a break from all that heat. Some people don't like it. So
yeah, there are some heat haters. So they live up here. We get a long winter, but for those of you who do like the heat, most of this forecast not really seeing that returning here for a while. We may just have highs in the 70s for about the next week straight. So a little break from the heat coming up here. And we'll have some showers, some thunder showers along the way, but I don't see any big systems impacting us. I would say our best shot at precipitation will be on Friday. Friday afternoon for Fargo, might be in the morning for Grand Forks.
All right. Red River Valley Fair is coming up this weekend. Do we have any type of look at how the weather's going to be for the first weekend?
You know, Friday may have a shot at those showers and some thunder showers in the evening. So maybe just stay tuned here because that, of course, can always change the timing of those fronts. And we're going to be live out there on Friday as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on that too, because anytime we're setting up live units and stuff, we got to keep an eye on any thunderstorm development and stuff like that. So we'll be watching that, timing that out for you on Friday. Otherwise, Saturday I think it looks pretty comfortable. You know, it's not going to be too hot. So walking around out there, you're not going to be just sweating like crazy and nothing like that. I am seeing maybe a shot at some showers, thunder showers later on in the day on Sunday. So still thinking that most of the weekend will stay dry, but just a couple little waves to watch out for.
Sounds good. Anything else?
I don't think so. So nice little break from the heat if you don't like the hot temperatures.
All right, Jared. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, let's dive into our headlines this morning. While you were sleeping overnight, firefighters stayed really busy in our area. They responded to several calls for fires, more specifically, dumpster fires. You could probably guess what they're from. Battalion chief even told us that it was actually one of the busiest 4th of Julys he's ever seen. Our team was on the scene of one of those many dumpster fires that crews responded to overnight. The fire our photographer was on was south of the interstate near University Drive. It was in Fargo around 12:30 this morning. We spoke with a battalion chief, Joe Engen. He tells us that these fires are still under investigation, but he assumes that most of them were started by fireworks that were tossed in the trash or in the garbage or in the trash bins after they were shot off, not properly disposed of. In fact, we actually did some digging for you and found out there have been 21 fire calls in the metro area since last night. All right, if you live in West Fargo, just a reminder this morning that now that the 4th of July is done and over with, fireworks are now going to be illegal in the city. The city does not allow for any fireworks to be shot off after 11:59 p.m. on the 4th. If you are caught doing so, you could face a fine and your fireworks could be taken away. So don't do that. Fireworks will not be permitted in the city until December 31st, which of course is New Year's Eve. All right, today, a reminder to put out your garbage cans. Many routes typically collected on Tuesday, which was yesterday, have been delayed because of the holiday. If you live in Fargo, West Fargo, and Moorhead, your pickups will happen today instead. Your garbage pickup is usually, if it's on Wednesday night or Wednesdays, that's still going to get picked up today. There's not going to be a delay, but drivers are doing a double route today because of the holiday, so it could be at a different time than you're used to. So make sure to get your trash can in early, and if it hasn't gotten picked up, leave it out late and just bring it back in later in the night once it is picked up. Up in the Grand Cities, garbage is going to be collected either today or tomorrow. Right now, a lawsuit is challenging a new Minnesota law that allows felons to vote after they finish their time in prison. Governor Tim Walz signed the Restore the Vote Act back in March. The Minnesota Voters Alliance has now filed a lawsuit seeking to reverse that law. They argue the law violates part of the Constitution because it ignores things like probation and supervised release. All right, we want to give you a heads up on some spraying that's going to be done in Cooperstown, North Dakota today. Some aerial mosquito spraying is taking place there from 7 to 11 this morning, so a few more hours of that, about 3 more hours they're going to be out working. The mosquito control product is one that is designed for residential use, so it should be safe around people, around pets, around your plants and your gardens as well, but they are asking that you remain indoors while they're spraying, just to be safe. Today, if you have any items at a loved one's gravesite that could make it difficult for maintenance crews to clean up the cemetery, you're going to need to get those picked up and take them home. Crews are heading out to 4 different Cass County cemeteries today to clean and remove debris from grave sites. So any items that are not allowed at the cemetery will be thrown out if they're not picked up. Some of those things include markers that are not level with the ground, borders or fencing around graves, planters or planting around grave sites, and then any food or beverages as well. They're going to start cleaning up those cemeteries at 9 o'clock this morning. All right, national headline this morning, a federal judge has barred numerous Biden administration officials and federal agencies from contacting social media companies about certain content. The U.S. District Judge has ordered them not to communicate with these companies about taking down content containing protected free speech. The judge sided with Republicans who claimed the administration overstepped in its efforts to stop the spread of misinformation. Those officials who filed the lawsuit are calling the decision a win for the First Amendment and a blow to censorship. Some agencies on that list include the Department of Health and Human Services, the Justice Department, and the FBI. The U.S. Surgeon General and the White House Press Secretary are also listed in that order. However, the government can still contact those social media companies to address national security threats or as part of their efforts to curb illegal activity. All right, hot mic today. The Twins are back in first place, but players keep going down. Dick Bramer previews the finale with the Royals. Plus, Amy Olsen tees off at the U.S. Open tomorrow. Her husband, Grant, joins from Pebble Beach. He's going to be talking about Amy playing while 7 months pregnant. Wow. All right, that's on Hot Mic. You can watch it from 9 to 11 this morning on WDAY Extra and Inform.com. And before I let you go this morning, a reminder for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you could get an all-access pass to Inform.com. Just visit Inform.com/subscribe to get that deal. And remember to join us for our newscast throughout the rest of the day. Our next one's at 11 o'clock this morning. Then we got you covered as well at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And then you can join us again for First News tomorrow morning from 5 to 7 for all your latest headlines and weather news as well. Have a great day, folks. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.